name is Glenn Dyer, and you are watching a Dyer-Situation. Today I am seeing the internship. No, it's just the intern, not the internship. That was a movie with Vince Vaughn and Owen Wilson like a year ago. Anyway, this is just called The Intern, starring Anne Hathaway and Robert De Niro. Looks kind of like one of those, I don't know, Jane is an overworked young adult who has so much in life, but she needs guidance from an older father figure. I don't know. These movies aren't usually for me, but I don't know. I've been surprised before, I guess. Here we go. Oh well. So I went into the movie, well, you saw what I thought it was gonna be, and God, I just was in there, and they were going through the motions, the movie was getting going, and Robert De Niro was doing his thing, and God, he was so charming. I mean, like, about 20 minutes in, I could just feel it. I was like, oh my God, I'm being charmed, aren't I? Ah, jeez, this hasn't happened in a while. Yeah, it's great. Robert De Niro is so good in this role. He's playing an old dude, and you know the role he's playing. Anne Hathaway. Well, Anne Hathaway's in the perfect role because, in my opinion, Anne Hathaway is perfect whenever she plays somebody who gets to cry. Because Anne Hathaway looks like the most pathetic thing on the planet when she cries. She just does. Funny enough, this thing reminds me of this movie I saw. It's from the 90s called The Holy Man. But The Holy Man is this film where I think it's Tom Hanks. Could be wrong, but he runs into Eddie Murphy, who's like wearing these robes and stuff on the street, and it's similar kind of premise to this, basic premise of somebody who's overachiever, is good at heart, but needs some guidance, and then this wizened person comes by and changes his life for the better. Similar premise, although with The Holy Man, it was the most horrible thing I've ever seen. Horrible enough to where I'm considering doing a Chadwick Jones review, but the problem is I have to actually watch the rest of it. I only got about a third of the way through before I ejected it from the VCR and refused to watch anymore. Just because, its stupidity was insulting to me. Basically, I was like, in this particular case, the guy owns a TV news program, it runs an infomercial program, right? And that's their job. They sell stuff to people, and the Holy Man comes on air and is just being a completely annoying dickhead and basically saying, you don't need to buy these things, man. Except it's Eddie Murphy, so imagine Eddie Murphy saying something similar to that. And then the moment that made me shut it off is when they say, oh wait, we should get him back, sales skyrocketed. I said, bullshit. Okay? I don't know what world they think they were showing this movie to, but in this world, you do not go onto an infomercial site, infomercial show, call people complete assholes, and have them buy things more. Well, not in the way that they've showed, at all. So I'm gonna have to watch the rest of it before I consider it for Chadwick Jones, because it could just be that up to that point it's incredibly stupid, but yeah. This is basically similar premise, but done everything right. For the guy, there were several points where Robert De Niro's character could have been incredibly obnoxious about a situation. Like, he noticed that Anne Hathaway's character runs this company, and he's interning there. It's kind of the odd little situation. Just he's an old retiree, and he wants to get out and do stuff, so he's being an intern for an internet company. And yeah, she has this driver take her out to this place every day and stuff. And he notices that he's drinking something from this brown bag. And he goes down there and he talks to him. And I was expecting it to lead to an obnoxious scene because he was like, "So, are you gonna tell her or am I?" I expected it to, but like for him to just like get into a screaming match or something, or lead into some sort of forced slapstick like in other movies I saw, but instead, instead, the guy's like, she says, "Oh, hey, is there a problem?" And the driver says, "No problem." And he like leads her into the car, and then he looks back at him, and then he just says, "You know what? I'm not so feeling so well today." Like, can you believe that? It was mature. I don't think I've had to use that word in a while. It was a mature film. Like, somebody thought this through. Somebody actually decided to give a crap, and instead of forcing us to believe that this person is wizened, actually write him as if he was wizened. And, like, charming and fun to be around, and somebody who you could get, like, a bunch of good advice from. And, damn, yeah, it does a pretty damned good job about it. Yeah, I very much surprised by this. Like, I don't know. I guess if I compare it to something else I've seen this year, like in the similar genre, I guess, but not quite same premise, but similar-ish genre would be well, what was its name? Age of Adeline, but. Yeah, Age of Adeline was not nearly as well written as this is. Like this needs kudos for the writing, especially. That's because it's so well thought out. I mean, that's because that you have to admit that's really hard to do. It's hard to write a character who is very smart, but not a douchebag, you know? You might think it sounds easy, but when you go to do it, and when you go to film it, sometimes it's the actor's fault, sometimes it's your writing, but sometimes it just comes across as an asshole. It happens. But in this, no, it's very, very well done. So yeah, I highly recommend this film. Surprising the hell out of me. I never thought I would. So, until next time, I'm Glenn Dyer, and you have been watching a Dyer-Situation.